Okay. Hey, you guys. Today I have my client with me, Mohammed. And
Well,
hi, welcome, Mohammed, who has completed the Neuro Mind Mastery program. So, Mohammed, please introduce yourself to the listeners. What brought you to the program? Who are you? Where do you live? Stuff like that.
all right. So, hi everyone. My name is Mohammed Shubber, and I live in Sweden, Stockholm, the capital. And yeah, what brought me to the program? It's a good question. I remember that I saw your reel on Instagram, and you said the right thing. So at the right time, because I was feeling a bit different. I had different emotions at that time, and what you said just, yeah, made me like wanted to see what you are offering, and then I started to following you, and then yeah, you contacted me, and then it started from there. I was not like thinking, oh yeah, I need to do this. It just happened,
Yeah,
based on what I felt and what you offered. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. And it's been absolutely pleasure working with you. So
thank
in the
you.
program, is
Yeah.
my program is yeah, 3 to 4 months. It depends. Sometimes I prolong it if people wanted more. But before starting the program, what were
Mhm.
the challenges, if you would like to share, that you were facing that
Yeah.
brought you there? Because we all have that. Was
Yeah.
it like around time management or structure, or because you work full time and you also just recently started your own business? So you're a busy man, basically. But what
Yeah.
brought you to the program? The need to change something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm working mostly from home. I have like yeah, 8 to 17 uh, work, working from Monday to Friday, and I've always like have been thinking that I wanted to do something valuable in my life, but I haven't. I don't know what exactly. When I talk to my friends, parents, you know, everybody is giving their opinion, and for so many years, I have felt like. I mean, I'm not feeling. I haven't felt like I am feeling not good, like I'm depressed or something like that. It's more like I just want to know what I want to do in this life. I mean, I just want to do something valuable. So that's all this thinking without taking actions have made me like just sitting down and thinking and thinking and thinking. And then yeah, things happens in your private life. Like you met
Yeah,
someone, you leave someone,
yeah,
you have some you're with your families, your family members have maybe some challenges, and that's impact you, and then your dreams, your thoughts are kind of mixed in somehow. You don't know exactly why you're feeling such feelings,
mm,
and that's what happened to me. I mean, for several years I have just been thinking of what do I want to do in my life? Because previously, when I was younger, I was very specific. I did know exactly what I wanted to be,
mhm,
what I wanted to do. But that dream was not happening. It was not under my control.
mhm,
And then, after that, I didn't know what to do. And
mm.
then everything started to just, yeah, chasing me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for sharing, Mohammed.
Mm.
But yeah, you have your degree and you have done multiple challenging things like marathon running and all of that. So you've
Yeah.
always been in the mindset of growth, I would say.
Yeah.
And those are the type of people that I work with, like you. I want to work with people with a growth mindset, but who's ready to push themselves and working together. I did push you in a different way than you're used to because you're a coach yourself, like a personal mindset coach. But I
Yeah.
pushed you in a different way. I think what I did was that making you more conscious about why you're feeling these certain types of emotions, how we
Yeah.
can regulate them.
Yeah.
So you
Mm,
have a better day, right? And also
mm,
working with a lot of time management, we did that because we
mm.
all have the same amount of time in a day. We do have different lives, as you just said, different
Yeah.
responsibilities, but it's about prioritizing what matters the most because the brain feels overwhelmed when it has so many things to do and you don't know which one is more important than the other. And you don't
Yeah.
know how to structure your time because you want to do it all, right?
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
type of person you're like, I'm all in, let's go. I'm the
Mm,
same. And that was
yeah.
also one of the things we addressed, right? That
Mm,
you wanted to do so many things because you've always been very goal oriented.
yeah.
We can see a
Exactly.
medal in the background. Is that from running or the Iron Man thing or what is
Yeah.
it?
No, 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 not Iron Man yet, but
Okay,
it will come. I
inshallah.
hope, inshallah.
Yeah.
But this one is just to remind myself because when I was doing this marathon, maybe for some people it's like easy, it's like
Oh
salad.
no, it's so tough. I've been training for
But
it for some time. It's so tough. Yeah.
it was like it is tough, but
Hmm.
there are people in different levels when it
Of
comes
course,
to sports.
of course.
But
Yeah.
for me, it is very special moment because you know this year I did this and I was like, yeah, as I told you, I was struggling with a lot of things in my
But then you
life.
still accomplish this big thing, which is not
Yeah,
easy. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, because this is not reminding me of the actual, I mean, marathon, but
Hmm.
the preparation to the marathon.
Yes,
That's what is reminding me. And because the person I was in that preparation, I don't want to forget that person. So that's why I have it here, so I can always remind myself how I grow
yeah.
during that time because I was yeah, I had a relationship which it was a toxic relationship and it took a lot of energy of me
Yeah.
and it made me feel that I'm not good. I was the bad guy. I was the person who destroyed everything. But something inside me was telling me you are not the bad person. You have done what you could do, but
Yes,
the person you were with was not good for you. You deserve someone else who can be honest to you and who can kind of value who you are,
exactly.
not lying and yeah, doing other things.
Yeah.
Uh, so I was struggling with those thoughts, with
Of course.
those
Yeah.
emotions, you know.
Yeah.
And it was Ramadan, and I really want to do the fasting. You know, I can't. You know, I am Muslim, and I strongly believe in my religion, and I'm very like believing in that. I wanted to do the fasting, but I also have the marathon. I need to
Oh,
train.
yeah. Lots of running and lots of
Yeah,
training. Yeah.
but I didn't care about these things. You know, I felt those emotions. I went to the gym. I was on the treadmill. I couldn't run outside because the weather here is very cold in Sweden.
I know. It's the same here in Denmark. Yes.
Yeah, so you know
We have
how it
crazy
is.
winters. Yes.
Yeah, so I don't want to run outside and risk to be sick or something like that. So I was on the treadmill and just running and running and running and running. And you know, the
Yeah.
emotions, thoughts, hunger,
Everything.
no water, no nothing, and
Mm.
just and I was like I didn't think of it is like it is hurting in my body or something like that. I was somewhere else. It's like, and that's what I love with this sport, especially running, because every time I have had some challenge in my life, as anyone in this earth have challenges, And for me to handle my challenges have always been the workout, the running. I mean, this is the way for me to handle my problems, you know.
Yeah, it's the best way to release
Yeah,
anxiety. I always say if you're
exactly.
feeling anxious, leave your environment, go move your
Yeah,
body. That's the first
exactly.
thing I would suggest
Yeah,
because it works. It
yeah,
works.
definitely,
And I
definitely.
feel the same. Like with the running, like you say, it's like a
Yeah.
release for me. I feel free.
Hmm.
Even when we all have our struggles and challenges. It's a
Yeah,
one way of coping with it. That's
yeah,
one
yeah,
way. There are other ways as well. It's not like the
exactly.
problems go away just because we run. That's not what Muhammad is saying either. But it's a
Yeah.
good way to like, yeah, diminish the anxiety or the uncertainties, or you're feeling
Mhm.
depressed, or like getting rid of those feelings, because you do
Yeah,
feel better in the brain once you exercise.
exactly,
Dopamine gets
exactly.
released, your brain feels this reward. Then you
Mhm.
might feel pain afterwards if you run too much, or
Mhm.
as it is with everything, if you overdo it, you will feel the effects of it. But
Mhm.
sometimes even that is a good reminder that you did it well, like the workout was good. It's not a bad
Mhm.
thing to have sour muscles after workout,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
I always
Yeah.
say that, and people are like, "Oh, now
Mhm.
I have pain. Why did you make me go?" And I'm like, "Well, that pain is a good pain. There are different types of pain."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I think you always had that mindset, like you just shared. Like you could
Yeah.
fast. Okay, so I'm not good with so much heavy exercise when I'm fasting. Okay, I'm
Mhm.
not personally, but I do admire people that does it. Like you just did it.
Yeah,
So you were fasting and you were just having this tough breakup, and you were like preparing yourself for the marathon. How
yeah.
do you think you were able to do all of that? Like, did you just block, like you said, you weren't feeling, did you block something out in your brain? Like you were just focused on the goal of what was happening inside of you.
I mean, I was thinking like, I don't know, I just feel that I'm better than just sitting and thinking of someone who don't deserve to think
Mm,
of. I mean,
yeah.
so this is what motivated me. I mean, I was thinking like, okay, it's this happened. I feel like I feel, but I
Mm,
can't do anything about it. I have done what I could, and I don't care anymore. I need to get rid of these emotions, and
yeah.
I strongly believe that these emotions, these negative emotions, that feeling in my gut, you just have clump in your gut when you wake
Yes.
up, when you're like working, you don't want to do anything, you just want to feel sorry about yourself, and I couldn't accept that of
Mm-hmm.
myself because I don't believe that this will help me. I believe that doing something good for me will give me something. I just need to be patient and
Yes.
trust the process I'm into it.
Yeah.
So I was in my process, and I just, as you told me when we had that our sessions,
Yes.
you told me when you plan something, your brain will not, I mean, struggle with make decisions. So
Yes. True.
that's
It doesn't
what
like to make too many decisions. It's very
exactly,
true. The brain is
exactly.
lazy, even when we think like no, but it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
because if you wake up the today and feel like, should I go to the gym? Should I run?
Yeah. No, you already
Your
plan
brain,
it. Yeah.
yeah, your brain will tell you, no, you don't do this
Exactly, likes
because you're
comfort.
hurt. Somebody have
Yes,
hurted you. Somebody have
yeah.
told you
You should eat
something.
ice cream, be in the couch, binge through
Yeah,
Netflix.
exactly.
Yeah.
Watch Love is Blind and
Yes.
waste your time. I
Already
mean,
did that,
it's
but yeah.
yeah,
I love that show. But anyway,
yeah,
no, it's true. That's what the
yeah,
brain says, because the brain
yeah,
doesn't like for you to be
yeah.
active, to actually change those things. It wants to keep you in the miserable state.
Exactly,
It's so
exactly.
true. Yeah. So when we
Yeah.
plan ahead, what happens, Mohammed? When we have structure in place and time management in place, what happens? What
We
is it that
don't.
we do?
I mean, we just do. We don't think. I mean, we
We just
don't
take
make
action.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we start to feel better slowly. It's a process, like you just said.
Yeah,
Slowly, you see the changes happening, and you're like, wow, now I'm not even
mm,
thinking about her anymore. I'm just focused on my business, or I'm
exactly.
focused on my own health, my own well
Mm,
being. That I
mm,
realize now she was not the woman for me. I, I
Yeah,
I'm so much more worthy. So I
yeah,
don't deserve that,
yeah,
right? We
exactly.
worked with all of that internal process of what you want, your qualities, your values, and that you
Mm,
deserve better with in every aspect. And that it all begins and ends with you, how you feel inside, right? We worked with a
yeah,
lot of that internal validation, self-doubt, all of that. So you
yeah,
could
yeah,
be the best version of yourself. You were already up here, but now it's like you just moved a notch.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, and just want to say something. I mean, even if I was in that process of preparing for marathon, I mean, I was, you know, when I passed that and it was marathon, and I did the marathon when I was running. I mean, my body was, my legs after 30 kilometers, my legs was,
Wow.
it
Hurting.
was off, you know.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel anything anymore, and I saw some people, they were kind of walking, and I actually stopped only when I was drinking, you know.
Okay.
But during the running, I didn't want to stop because I knew that if I stop, my legs are too heavy to start run again.
Mm.
If you,
Yeah,
I mean,
understand.
it's a
Like they're
mindset
not
thing.
moving. It's not
Yeah, yeah.
moving.
It's
Yeah.
like, but I did it, and I was so happy when I run into the to the end. It felt like I was in Olympic game or something like that. It was so, I couldn't believe that
It's a huge
I'm done now.
accomplishment.
I,
Yeah.
I, I have I have completed this. Now I'm done. I can go home.
Yeah.
So I felt stronger, you know. I felt like I can do another marathon now. And it's I have done this. So it's just in your head, like when you feel tired, when you feel,
Hmm.
it was a proof. But
Yeah.
after marathon, I didn't have any goals no more.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that's my feelings and my thoughts started to begin again taking over. I was like, uh, yeah, it's summer. What should I do? What do I want to do? But so yeah, so and then I met you, and then we had our discussions and
Yeah.
our meetings and our plans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're in a different place today because you had a dream of also starting your business. You were in the process, so it's not like you weren't
yeah,
in the process. You knew that you
yeah,
wanted it, but you didn't know like where to start, how to do it. And then we
yeah,
made a plan because if we have a plan, then we don't have to figure out, oh, now what to do. Now it's like, okay, I do this step by step. And then it's a
mm,
process. It takes time when you start a business. Because I was in the process myself only 1.5 year ago, like exact same
yeah,
process, right? And
mm,
everything was new and challenging and scary because again, the brain doesn't like changes. But those
yeah,
changes are growth. You're supposed to feel uncomfortable, to film yourself, to put yourself out there like you're doing right now with me, Mohammed. And I
mm,
encourage you, like you're courageous, you're doing that. Really appreciate you for it. I've asked so many clients to do client interviews with me, and I don't have many client interviews because people are scared.
yeah,
This is something I feel everybody, and it's okay. I understand they
mm,
feel scared. It does require a lot of courage to speak up. Okay, it
mm,
does, and to put yourself out there. But as coaches, you are also one. I think we have to. It's our duty.
mm,
If we want to inspire others, we have to share our struggles because
yeah,
we are just like the people. We are the same, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we're
exactly.
the same, you and me. Of course, we are different people, but I mean, we all have our challenges and our growth phase in order to become the people we are today. And we
Yeah,
will not be the same in a year from now. You will be in a different place. I will be in a different place. And
yeah,
so I think what we did was mostly just tapping into your potential even more, like
mm,
understanding what's happening inside of your brain and how can we utilize it for the better. How can we get
yeah,
rid of things that are holding you back, like the blockages? Like,
mm,
why do you sometimes like procrastinate, or sometimes you want to take action, but then you're like, I want it to be in this specific way. So it's
mm,
not a bad thing to have things in a specific way, but sometimes perfectionism also is holding us back because we are
yeah,
scared and we have a high standard, which is again not a bad thing. But the high standard is saying to you, your brain, oh no, I cannot film myself if I'm not,
mm,
if I don't have a professional, let's say videographer. But you
yeah,
can, you have a phone, right? That's what I always say. You have a phone, just find a standard, just film yourself. Because
mm,
people want to see you. How are you doing things?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So we worked with all of that. And today you actually have your own coaching business.
yeah. Actually,
You
I
didn't
have.
have at that time? Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's actually very nice. You mentioned this part of blur, kind of showing yourself in the camera, and that's only this part. I am absolutely not the
I know.
person who
I
do these
know.
things, but just because I have some kind of fear, I'm doing this because I I realize that if someone have some opinion about me or you or somebody else, that's his or her problem. It's not my problem.
Exactly.
Uh, today we have to be in the camera because we use social media,
Yeah.
we use TV, all these things. So this is the place I need to be. So I need to be comfortable with the things that uncomfortable for me. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. So you're
so
pushing
I need to
yourself.
just
This is growth.
push
Yeah.
myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I have realized. And I don't want to deal with people who are kind of having bad opinions on me. I just want to attract people
Yes.
who want some support or who want guide my help, or who are inspired of my product.
Of course.
Those people I'm welcoming, and I'm happy to support them.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense. Yeah, we
yeah,
can only like work with people who have that same mindset. Otherwise, it's hard to
uh,
change. Like I always say,
for
the
sure.
brain is plastic, it's dynamic, it's not static. But
Yeah.
if you're so set in your ways and you have a fixed mindset, then you're not
Mm,
coachable because coachable means that you're adapting to change. Like
exactly.
you're being pushed in the uncomfortable space. Like I
Yeah.
pushed you, and now you're doing
Yeah.
those things because you know
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
how the online business coaching business
Yeah.
works. And you
Yeah.
have,
Exactly.
online business as well. So it's like, yeah, we have to do things
Mm,
that brings us discomfort, but you cannot tell right now that you're
no.
uncomfortable, you know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you're doing, because you know you have to, and you're
Yeah.
just sucking it up, just like with a marathon. It's a
Mm,
mindset thing. If
yeah.
Because you can do anything you set your mind to. So if you
Yeah.
tell your mind, okay, my legs are not cooperating, listen, 10 kilometers is like, yeah, at the 10 kilometers you will get this reward or whatever, because the brain does like rewards, right? It wants to
Mm,
be motivated. When your body is shutting down, you still push yourself with your mind to say, no, you got this. Come on, we can do this. Like even when they're feeling like
yeah.
rubber. I've never run a marathon, but I would love to, like I said. So I don't I but I heard those stories before. Like my
Mm,
legs are like rubber. I don't know how I got in the finish line, but I did it. And it's like,
mm,
wow, if you can do that, you can do anything, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I've given birth and I felt like my body was destroyed. But when my baby
Mm,
cried and they took the baby because I had complication, I my body moved because my baby needed me. But the doctor said, no, no,
exactly.
no, you're not supposed to move. But a mother just reacts like an instinct,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Instinct.
like you get
Exactly. Yeah.
superpowers.
Mm, mm,
It cannot be compared that situation, but I'm just saying that you can, if you tell your mind, no, I'm doing this, then you can do it. Even when your body
yeah.
is saying, no, I cannot. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So,
You can go against your brain,
yes, yeah,
and people, I mean, they are, if they knew how their body works, I think they will have a different perspective of how many things they can do. I have recently understood that my brain is objective. It doesn't not understand. this is good for me or this is bad for me. It's uh, of course it is giving me, I mean, thoughts and
Understand.
everything, but it's about if you are used to, for example, every morning every morning you're eating sweets every
Mhm.
morning. I mean, that's what
Then
your
it's
brain
a
will
habit
tell
and
you.
you're used to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then your
that's
brain
what.
craves it. Yeah.
Yeah, so your brain will, okay, this guy wants sweets every morning. So I will give it to him because God have give you your brain. It's physical. It's just because it will benefit you. It will work for you. So if you tell it, yeah, I want sweets every morning, so it will give you, yeah, go eat sweets or go do these things. But if you give it good habits, you teach it that you want to do these things, you want to go to the gym every day, even when you don't feel for it.
Because we
You,
none of us feel for it. Like
yeah,
every day, I don't feel for like running in the cold because I prefer to run outside at all temperatures.
yeah,
But I don't
yeah,
always feel like it. But then when I do it, I feel amazing.
exactly,
It's about
exactly.
getting there,
Yeah,
out there, get the push,
yeah,
you know. You just have to have those
exactly.
healthy habits in place. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're not pushing yourself. You're too comfortable. That's what I
Yeah,
always say, right?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We want something comfortable, and our brain, if we teach our brain to give us comfortable things, then we will be
Yes,
soft. We will
yes.
be comfortable.
And we wouldn't
But
be resilient in our mind. We will just
yeah,
stay there stagnant, not growing ourselves.
yeah,
So we
exactly,
are
exactly.
supposed to feel discomfort. It's part of it. And yeah, your
Yeah.
brain doesn't like it, but once it's in place, it's like tick, it says tick. When the habit is in place,
Mm.
you just do it automatically. No, I'm going. I know it's dark. I wake up early, 5 a.m., but I'm
Yeah,
still going because this is part of who I am.
yeah,
I'm doing this so I can live a long life. Then I'm working out as 80-year-old. I want to
mm,
run with my grandchildren. This is my mindset. I
yeah,
want to have a long life, healthy life. Then I have to put in the work now, right?
yeah, exactly,
Then
exactly.
otherwise I'm gonna be like this, like my parents. I'm sorry, but
Mm.
they're a different generation. I know your parents
Yeah,
work out, but mine don't. My father
yeah,
used to. Now he's sick, so yeah,
mm,
God
mm,
bless him. But he used to work out because he wanted to have a long life with us. And he's
yeah,
81 today. I used to go running
mashallah.
with my father, yes, and he was in his 40s when he had me. Okay, I used to
Mm,
go running with him. We used to do squash together. He got me into sports, and he was in his 50s when we used to do all of that, in his 60s. Okay. He was a very active man. So I'm just
mm.
saying that that's why you live longer
Wow.
because you put
Yeah.
in the work,
Yeah,
not just
exactly.
one time a week. No, you put in it
Mhm.
multiple times a week, and you can
Yeah.
do it. There's no difference in our minds or bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But
I
people
mean, yeah.
think there is.
Yeah, yeah. I would that's the thing I wanted. That's why I'm doing this coaching
I
thing
know,
because this is for me is valuable, because I feel that it is giving me something good and I wish to give that to
of course.
other people, so they can find themselves when they do good things. When you do bad things, you will never find yourself. You will lose yourself instead.
Yeah,
And that's the problem here. Uh, I mean, yeah, I really would like to do this coaching thing because I believe in it. I believe that I can give people tools in training and in talking good to themselves, at the
yeah,
same time believe in
yeah.
themselves, have patience, have goals, have structure in their life, and yeah, good, have good things, good
Habits. It's
thoughts,
about habits,
good
right? And
habits.
you were
Yeah,
reading the same book. I always say like Atomic Habits is there. Then you were like, oh, I have it.
yeah,
Remember? So
yeah,
that is basically what we did working together. Like you
yeah.
already knew a lot. So that's what I'm saying. You were already very elevated with your knowledge and
Mhm.
your mindset. But what we
Thank
did
you.
together was that we just put things in place for you.
Exactly.
And you got
Yeah.
a better understanding of yourself
Mhm.
and how your brain works and what
Yeah.
times worked for you. Like waking up early makes you most out of your day. But we're
Yeah.
all different. That's what I do as well. But we're all
Mhm.
different. So we just worked around time management. And again, like you said, how we speak to ourselves. We did
Yeah.
affirmations, all of that, so that you could become the even better version of yourself, and
Yeah.
to shed
Yeah.
all the old things, beliefs, and the old
Mhm.
structure you had in your life, right?
Yeah.
Now you have a different structure, and
Yeah.
and things are rolling for you, like in a
Mm.
positive way. And we hope it
Definitely.
continues. And now you're helping others. Now you're giving back as well, which
Yeah,
is
for sure.
also the goal. So that's
Mm.
beautiful. You
Yeah,
come a
thank
long
you.
way, Mohammed, and I'm very proud of your growth. And I'm
Thank
following
you.
you on
Thank you.
Instagram. I will drop his links for you guys so you can see. He's a different coach than I am, but we both have our specialties. So yeah, you can definitely benefit from his coaching as you can from mine. We have different
Mm.
focuses, but it always comes down to this, our mind, our mindset. Okay,
For sure. For
if
sure.
if you already have a growth mindset, then you can be coached in everything and you can learn. So I
Mm.
worked with a personal trainer as well, as I told you, for 6 months, because I wanted to get new techniques on strength training, what works for me, food and stuff, because that's not my specialty, and we
Yeah.
all have that, right? So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what you help people with, but also this you help with, because
Yeah.
if you have a mindset, no, I cannot live this way, and then my
Mm.
coach is saying to me, but you already did it. Now you just became
Yeah.
conscious of it. And it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, yeah. And she said, you know all of this. And I was like, oh my God, yes. So
Mm.
sometimes we putting a blockage for ourselves. We
Yeah,
cannot do
exactly.
it. We say to ourselves, no, I cannot do that. It's like,
Yeah.
why not? Well, you have
Mm.
you tried? No. Okay, then how do you know? Right? No, but this is people, they say that I don't think this program is gonna work for me. I
Mm.
get those questions. I don't think it's like, but why are you different than, let's say, Adam or other people? Why are you different? Why wouldn't it work for you? Because I always had this problem my whole life. But then I say,
Mm.
but you don't know until you start working with someone, do you? If you're not
Mm.
taking that risk, not believing that you can maybe get on the other side,
Mm.
then it's hard, right? You need to be in the space that I want this change. I'm gonna put in a risk. So you have to be risk taker, right,
For
Mohammed?
sure. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
like you
For
did with
sure.
me, and now you're
Mm.
doing it with your own clients. Because
Yeah.
if we don't do that, then how do we know if
Mm.
we are changing or not, if we're growing or
Yeah.
not, right?
Yeah. 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 And it's a good point because when you and me and you had contact initially, I mean, I was unsure because I was like thinking, I mean, what if you remember I asked you
I
what if
know
it will not
you
work,
were
what
not
will I
different
do
from
then?
anyone else. Yes.
Yeah, but then I think when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, okay, if it will not work, then at least I know that. I don't care. I took this risk because I have intention to
Yes,
help myself because I needed help at that
yeah,
time. I needed
exactly.
to actually talk to someone, not about my problem because I have problem. I know my problem. Knew what emotions I was dealing with,
Yes,
but I needed someone who could guide me. I mean, who could make me take responsible of my if you remember, you
yes,
were telling me, have you done this? Have you done this? You were,
yes. I was keeping you accountable because we all need
yeah,
that push because we're lazy
exactly,
in our
exactly,
brains. And like you're
exactly.
very active because you always work out. He wakes up at 5 a.m. But even you needed that push. I
Yeah,
need that push. That's why I have
yeah,
my own coach. We all need someone. Even when we're
exactly.
coaching, we need someone to push us.
For sure. We are not like coming from the heaven to
Exactly.
save. We
Exactly.
are human
Yeah,
people,
we need an
like
accountable
everyone.
partner, and we need
Yeah,
that push because we like to stay in bed longer. It's dark now. When
yeah.
I wake up, it's dark. We don't have sun anymore. It's dark all the time. So I'm just saying, but even when it's dark, I still want to go out in nature. I still
Yeah,
want to go running in the dark. I still want to push myself to the gym, even when I'm good in my bed,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm doing this for a higher purpose, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
I kept you very accountable. I asked you, have you done this? Have you done that? And then you took a lot of action. And not
yeah.
everybody does that with me. And you
Mm,
also started to open more up. You were both in group coaching with me and one on one. And in group coaching, you started to inspire the whole group because you
mm.
started to share so much and you understood that sharing is caring. And
Yeah, for
many
sure.
people were scared,
Yeah,
but then because you started to share, other people started
mm,
to share. And the group
yeah,
just blossomed because
yeah.
yeah, people are scared, they're waiting, is he speaking? Oh, I'm gonna
Mm.
wait. Oh, now he's speaking. Okay, now I can also share. Now it's good.
Yeah.
You know?
I understood. I know exactly what you mean. I understood while during these group sessions, I was observing in the beginning, if you
And they
remember.
all are. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then when I understood that my issues is nothing for others. I mean, what others are dealing with, my issues is like nothing. But for me, it is
Of
big.
course, because specific to
Yeah.
you. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and vice
Vice.
versa. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, exactly.
and then I was thinking like, okay, some of them have some issues. For me, I was like remembering, yeah, I was also struggling with these thoughts before when I was younger. So it encouraged me to speak up about my feelings. And during those sessions, I understood, okay, it is because of that. And then I was talking and sharing, and I hope it helped someone. That's my
Absolutely.
intention, at least.
It did, as you know, and yeah. So it's yeah. So we don't know until we actually start opening up and realizing, okay, this is happening because of this reason. Something happened from the past, and it's still affecting me. So this is what we did. We got rid of things in the past, and some things we can, I would say, like has shaped us today. We got resilient because of it. So
Yeah,
not every hardship is a bad thing, but it's about understanding how to cope with it today, to release what's not serving us, and to move forward, how to move forward. So this is what coaching
yeah,
does, right? It's
yeah,
like being like conscious about, okay, this happened. We cannot change the past, but we can
yeah,
remove it so it doesn't block us from the
yeah,
present. We can move to the future. That's the goal of
exactly.
coaching, to move towards the future. So,
Exactly.
and that's what you did, right? You
Yeah,
became, I would say, yeah, you took so much action, and now you completed the program, and you're in a different
mm,
place today than you were when you
yeah,
started. And
yeah.
yeah,
But also one thing which helped me a lot, that you also was pushing me with, is the affirmation part. I
yeah,
mean, that part was, it's actually helping because, yeah, it helped me a lot because every morning when you wake up, it's like your brain is tired, you know.
yeah, it doesn't
And
want to wake up. It's like,
yeah,
no, I don't want to.
exactly. You just, and when you get up the first 5, 10 minutes, it's like it feels in your body, you know, you feel bad
Yeah,
and you
you're like, oh, I'd rather just go back to bed. Why am I up already?
yeah, and if you already are struggling with some emotions, and
Yeah, then
then
it's
it
even
will be
more
very
tough.
negative, right?
Yes,
But
yes,
and your thoughts will go back to your history, you know, you will think of things and you will just be angry and you will stuck there. But the affirmations helped me to, every time I was going there, I was saying, I was like putting two different perspective, the what I was thinking and what's the opposite, I mean, of it, the positive thing. When I did that, I mean, from the beginning, it was a bit silly. Like I was thinking what I'm doing.
that's how everybody feels.
Yeah, I
Like,
was
what I'm doing,
thinking
this
like,
doesn't even work. It's like you don't believe it yourself. Then your brain doesn't believe it either, right?
yeah.
That's how it
So
feels in the beginning. Yes. Go on.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, do I, if am I becoming crazy or what happens? Like, I was so confused. But I was doing these things because I felt like, okay, I have talked to Farah about this. She told me to do this, then I need to do it. And when I was doing it, after some time, I was feeling much better because I have control of my brain. I feel like, okay, I master my brain and not the opposite,
Exactly.
because I'm feeding my brain with good things.
Yes.
I'm deeping inside my brain and telling my brain, no, I did actually good things. I also did those things. Do you remember? I did
Mm.
these things, and I have did this good things for myself. I deserve to buy this thing for myself, or I deserve to do these things. And I started to talk to myself, not like I'm doing right now, but inside of my head, my thoughts started to be like in that way, like and yeah, and thank you, Farah.
No, yeah, because just like you explained, so people are always like, no, does this work? But I always say it's like planting seeds. They will not grow
Exactly.
overnight.
Yeah.
You water it
Mm.
every day. You have to keep going even when it feels silly. Like
Yeah.
I started the high five habit almost 5 years ago, like high fiving myself in the mirror. I still do it because it feels good
Mm.
to meet myself and start the day strong. I say to myself,
Mm.
today is going to be even better than yesterday. I'm going to crush it. I'm going to
Yeah.
do all the things, but I will also prioritize rest and self care because I am a mother of three and I do a lot of things. If I'm not rested, I'm not giving good energy to my clients, to my kids. Everything is falling apart. So it's like
Mm.
I'm watering my seeds every day so they can grow into tree branches. That's what
Mm.
I say. So we can shut the old branches there by
Yeah.
rewiring our mind with the positive affirmations. So we are
Mm.
creating new neurons in the brain. It's a thing,
Exactly.
just like a tree. And people
Mm.
are set in their ways and they keep watering the old ones, the negative ones, and then it grows so big they cannot control it anymore. We gain control over it, then we feel better. Anxiety levels come down, okay? And we
Mm.
can do it, all of us. There's no difference, okay?
Yeah. Yeah,
So the
for sure.
question is, does it work? It's like, yeah, but you have to give it time.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
overnight. You
Exactly.
didn't get those muscles overnight, did you, Mohammed?
No, no.
Exactly. And you do a lot to keep them, right?
Yeah, you can see my muscles.
Oh, bro, it's an example, okay?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
people
Joking.
people can people understand things when they can see it, but you cannot
Yeah,
see the neurons in the brain, and that's why we tend to say, "Oh, I cannot see it, so I don't believe it." But if
yeah,
you just tried and just kept going, then you will actually believe it and see it. You will feel it. It's a
yeah,
feeling.
exactly.
It's a
Mm.
feeling. And then you get rid of the negative thoughts. That's how rewiring works. So people
Mm.
always like, oh, look at him. He works out all the time. But it's like, yeah, but what about this? What are you
Yeah,
eating? Everything.
exactly. And that's exactly, thank you for mentioning that, because that's exactly why I want to coach in especially training and nutrition, because I feel that's the the only topic around training and exercise is about, yeah, I want to lose weight in
Yeah, I
two
want to look this
months.
way.
I
Yeah,
wanna look in this that way. I wanna like have like this nose. And I mean, come on. What about your brain? What about your heart? What about
yeah.
your soul? What about your organs?
Everything. Yeah, and gut health is a real thing.
Gut
Yeah.
health. I mean, of course, you have to train them as well. You have to do it for that purpose. So that's why I'm coaching. I'm not coaching because I want to work with weight loss or weight only. Like, of course, I can do these things as well, but I want to give, if you are my client and you pay money, I want to give you something value so you can have with you your whole life. It will be your base. So whenever you will have challenge in your life, this will help you. This will be a tool for you to use to manage your challenges, and this will be your comfort, like safety, and not, instead of kind of, yeah, saying like, yeah, I need sugar because I feel bad. Yeah,
Yeah, and I didn't
go to
sleep
the
enough.
gym if you don't
Yeah,
feel
so
bad.
if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're sleeping less, the
Yeah,
brain does crave more sugar because it's
for
an
sure.
engine. It's like the car needs
Yeah,
fuel. So it's
yeah,
like if you're not taking, you have to take care of all of those things so you don't tend to go to the sugary stuff. And
yeah,
also just
exactly.
remove it. Like if
Yeah,
that's a problem, remove it from your closet. Then you don't have it, right?
yeah, yeah,
Then you
for
wouldn't
sure.
open the closet and see, oh, it's filled with snacks. If you
Yeah,
cannot control it, then remove it, get rid of it. It's
exactly.
poison to your body.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah, yeah,
saying it's a bad thing to snack. I snack myself. I'm just saying do it with control. Everything comes down to it.
yeah, yeah,
But if you're a
exactly,
person who has a problem with it, then don't have it in your home. Only
exactly,
buy it that day you're supposed to have it, okay?
exactly, exactly.
It's not
I
that
don't.
difficult.
Yeah, yeah, it's not difficult. And I don't believe that if you love these things, sweets, and I don't believe that you have to cut it totally
Completely.
from
No,
your
no, no.
life.
I do
I
like those
feel,
things myself.
yeah, I mean, for myself, I can cut it
I know
for
you can.
100%.
Yeah,
I know because
I cannot.
I know why I'm doing it. That's the thing. But for someone who like it and want balance in in
Yeah,
his or her life,
yeah,
then don't cut it, but make habits and make some balance in your life so you
yeah.
can eat these things and feel good and
Absolutely.
not craving it and feel bad about yourself, damage your body. And
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I travel every month and almost every month or once, yeah, it happens. And then when I'm traveling, I'm not eating as I usually do. I'm not in my routine. So
Mm,
what do I do? I try to choose the most healthy stuff. And yeah, I do have more dessert, but because I have so healthy diet in place and my steps are always high, I don't gain weight.
no,
I stay
exactly.
in the same.
Yeah.
If I gain weight, it's because yeah, I'm doing heavy strength training. I'm getting more muscle.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking at the weight scale. I'm more looking at
Yeah.
how am I feeling? How am I looking?
Exactly.
And people
Exactly.
get so
Yeah.
scared. It's like, oh, I gained weight, but yeah, but you also did heavy workouts. You gained
Yeah.
more muscles if you do the whole testing. You know, you can do in the
Yeah.
gym. You have to pay for
Mm,
it. But so I did
yeah.
that. I was like, okay, I gained weight, but what type of weight did I gain? Was it fat or was it muscles?
Mm,
Right? So
exactly.
like
Exactly.
everything has to be balanced. And I do eat like dark chocolate every day or
Mm,
every other day. But my
mm,
steps are also around 15 to 20,000 a day.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can do it.
Exactly.
But if your
Exactly.
steps are like 5,000, no, you cannot do it.
No,
You know,
exactly. Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
the difference. I am
Yeah.
very active even when I have a desk job. Like
Yeah.
I am very active. So and yeah, I'm not that tall, but I have a Apple Watch on. It measures all my steps. My steps
Mm,
are
mm,
high. So I don't gain
yeah.
weight from eating sugar here and there.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
balanced out, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
That's very impressive. I'm actually impressed,
Yeah, but
and
that's because
you're
I have
doing
the
really
forest
good.
right here and I go out
Yeah.
every day. Because it's a
Yeah.
habit, Mohammed, right? Like we
Yeah.
talked about. Yeah.
Mm,
I can have a desk job, be at my desk for 8 hours,
yeah.
but then I'm also moving around in those hours, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
I'm straight 8 hours here. Um,
Yeah. Exactly.
so that's why breaks are important. And we worked with that. Like we all have 24 hours a day. We all have to
Mm,
do a lot of things, but
for
it's
sure.
about your priorities. Are you taking care of yourself? So you can do all
Mm,
those things.
yeah. For
Are those
sure.
habits in place? And this is what, yeah, we do like help. That's what I help with
Yeah.
in my program. Like to tap
Yeah.
into your potential so you can be the
Mm,
best version of yourself.
yeah. And exactly. Exactly. And if you don't take, I mean, if you don't take care about yourself, then I mean, you will feel bad. You will have struggle with
And you will crave
emotions,
more
and
sugar as
yeah, you
well.
will
Because
crave more.
yeah,
Yeah.
and people
Exactly.
think it's the opposite. If I go for a
Yeah.
run, then I can have more sugar. No, you're actually not craving it
Yeah.
because you
Exactly.
already feel the dopamine levels like
Yeah.
rising in your brain. You
Mm,
feel good, and then you actually stay away from it. It's the opposite.
yeah. Yeah. For sure. For
Yeah,
sure. You know, I'm as I told you, I'm going up at 5 every morning and running, not running every morning, but I
yeah,
do some exercise every
yeah,
morning. And some are asking me, Why are you doing it? Are you crazy? Or why can't you sleep 1, 2 hours?" But I know it is, I mean, it is sounds crazy to wake up this early, but I really love it because I mean, it give me so much during that day. I feel so calm. I feel so happy. I feel so
yes,
grounded. I
yeah,
feel so many things, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because I think I will have bigger muscles or I feel
yeah.
I will be best in something.
Or you're
I
trying
will
to
be
lose
best
weight.
of
No,
myself.
you feel
Yeah.
better. Yeah, it's the feeling.
Yeah, it's
So
the
yeah,
feeling. It's what will give me. I heard someone was telling in some pod, he was saying like if you wake up every morning and you are in level 0, and if you work out that morning, your level will go up. But if you don't work and if somebody is kind of arguing with you or make you feel bad, you will go down to level 0 again. So okay, level. But if you don't work out and you start with level zero and you go to work and somebody's messing with you, making you feel bad, then imagine how your
Yeah,
level will be, your mode, your
yeah.
feelings, everything. So it's really good to
Yeah, it's very impressive. So I'm after our talk, I will go for my run actually because I'm up early, but because I like to wake up around 5 or 5:30 myself. But I have
yeah,
kids, so I do my work. I do affirmations, I do meditation, and then I pray, and then I prepare my clients, and then
yeah,
I drop them off. So I'm having my midday break now, and sometimes
yeah,
I hit the gym in the morning. It's like it differs. Um,
mm,
but it's important, like I say, move your body. You feel more creative with your work.
yeah. You're superwoman. I have always told
No.
you
Oh,
that.
thank you. No, no one is superwoman, but
Yeah,
it's like I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. So my kids have a happy mom.
for sure.
Like, so I've been
Yeah.
through a lot myself, as you know. We all have our stories, but it's about how I see myself in the future. I want to live long for them. Then I have to take care
Exactly.
of me today.
For
So
sure.
the
Yeah,
longevity, that's how it works. I have to be mindful of how I eat, of how I talk to myself.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Everything matters. And yeah,
yeah,
moving my body always makes me feel good. So
yeah. And this is one thing important. I will not. I love this healthy topics,
yes.
but I want to share this. This is very important because when you pass 30, you will your muscle percentage will kind of be lower and lower each year with 1%. But when you pass 40, it will, I mean, the speed of losing muscles will increase so much,
Oh my God.
so it will be faster than building muscles.
Yeah.
So
So that's
that's
why we
why
have to stay
we
consistent because
have
I'm
to stay
40.
consistent.
I
Yeah,
have to be
exactly.
consistently in the gym. I have to be consistently running. I have to be mindful of how I eat. I cannot just pick up things. I'm not in my 20s. I know that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
but
it's not easy, but it's about habits. And when it's in place, it is easy then.
mm, mm,
Like to maintain it, I would say. Once you have it and you have, yeah, you have a higher goal. The
yeah,
motivation is there because you're doing it
yeah,
for higher cause, you know.
yeah, yeah,
So
for sure.
any last remarks, Mohammed, before we end the interview of why they should join my Neuro Mind Mastery program?
I think if somebody is thinking of joining your program, then for me, I did it because I was thinking like, okay, I am thinking about it, then there might be something. So at least try it out. I don't know if what they will feel after it. I mean, it's nothing is guaranteed, but it helped me. I see the things that helped me. Um, and I feel you don't life is short to think a lot. You need to
Mhm.
take action.
Yes, it's about taking action.
Yeah. When you know things, you feel better. But if you don't know things, you will just go around and think. And then,
Ruminate the same things over and over the scenarios and not get
yeah,
anywhere. Yeah.
exactly. And then maybe after 5 years or something, you meet someone and you're talking to that person, and that person tells you, yeah, I meet some neuro master. She was so great. She helped me a lot. Uh, and he is asking, who is she? Yeah, Farah. And then you will start to regret. Why didn't I do that for 5 years ago or
Yeah, and
10
then I
years
could have
ago?
changed my life around instead of being
Yeah,
stuck in the
exactly.
same place. Yeah.
So I feel that if you are thinking of something, it means that you want it, but you are scared. I mean, okay, at least you have had the courage to try it out and
Mhm.
to know, okay, this helped me or no, this did not help me. Uh, but if
Yeah.
you don't know, you just decide only based on thoughts, I don't see it's a good way to handle things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Mohammed. And I will
Thank
drop the
you.
link so people can also get in contact with you.
Uh,
So, since
Thank
you're
you.
also a coach now, and I'm excited to follow you and your journey,
Mm.
and I wish you all the best. And I
Thank you,
totally
Farah.
admire you for everything that you've been through and what you're doing to give back now. I think that's
Thank you.
beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you so
I feel
much.
like we are very aligned because we both want to give back and we
Yeah,
both have
for
our
sure.
expertise. And yeah, it is admirable, everything that you're doing. And yeah, I think this can only go one way. And this is like this.
That's the way I want
Inshallah.
to go,
Yeah, I think
inshallah.
we all want that, but everybody
Yeah,
wants that. But people
yeah,
are scared, like you said. So first of all, take the first step, which is acknowledge that you want change. Second of
yeah,
all, yeah, book a call with me. I don't bite. Usually I don't.
yeah,
And then see if this is a right fit or not. And then
yeah,
take a leap of faith and then follow your intuition. And yeah, sometimes it's
yeah,
a match, sometimes it's not. That's how it
yeah,
is. And
yeah,
and then
exactly.
take it from there.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. And see things, I mean, objectively. I mean, not like subjectively always.
yes.
I think this is something I have
This
learned
is something that is
with
very
you.
hard for
Yeah,
most people because it
yeah,
requires a lot of self
yeah,
inner reflection.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
for
that's
sure.
why people need the help to see that, and that's the
Yeah,
yeah the help they can get and to become the best version of themselves because everybody deserves that to come out of the blockage,
exactly.
trauma, whatever it is they're going through. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Thank you for your time, Mohammed. Really appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
So
Thank
I
you.
hope to see you, follow you on Instagram, and yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah, inshallah. We are in,
We are in contact. Yeah.
we are in contact, so yeah, let's see what happens in future.
Yes.
And I admire your work as well. I'm happy that I met you, and uh, you always give me positive energy, and I feel very happy. So
That's
thank you
good.
for this interview. Yeah.
Thank you. I think it goes both ways. I feel the same positive endorphins right now. So
Yeah.
I'm so pumped for my run, for my break, and then I'm back at it. Thank you for your time, Mohammed. I wish you all
Thank
the
you,
best.
Farah.
Thank you, guys. I will drop the link so you can also book, yeah, talk to Mohammed or me and see
Yeah.
if any of us are right fit for you. So
Yeah.
thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. I'm just cutting it, okay?